Top 20 facts about Mother Teresa. Number 1. Mother Teresa performed miracles as a saint. In 1998, a woman known as Monica Bezra went to Missionaries of Charity in Bengal, India for prayers. She had a cancerous tumor in her stomach. On September 5 of the same year, while praying at the charity's chapel, she saw a light coming from a photo of Mother Teresa. There were also nuns who prayed with her. They placed a medallion that once touched Mother Teresa's body on her stomach, asking her to intervene. Bezra woke up the following morning with the tumor gone. Medical experts could not explain this miraculous cure. She was declared cancer-free. This was the second miracle attributed to Mother Teresa. On December 18, 2015, Pope Francis acknowledged this miracle, and it paved the way to her canonization. On September 4, 2016, Mother Teresa was canonized as a saint, a day before the 19th anniversary of her death. The canonization mass was led by Pope Francis at St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. Number 2. Mother Teresa's philanthropy was nurtured by her mother. Mother Teresa became interested in community work. She admired her mother's kindness towards the poor in the community. She would always open her doors to the poor and share a meal with them. Mrs. Bojack Shui is said to have told Mother Teresa never to eat alone, to always share the little she had with other people. After her father's demise, Mother Teresa grew closer to her mother, a staunch believer in charity work. This act of service bonded the two women, nurturing selflessness in Mother Teresa. Number 3. Mother Teresa sang in the choir. In her early life, Mother Teresa attended a primary school run by nuns. She later went to a government-run high school. As a devoted Catholic, she attended the local church where she joined the Sacred Heart Choir. She was so good that she would often be asked to sing solo verses. It was also during this time that she had an epiphany on her journey as a missionary, while on an annual pilgrimage to the Church of the Black Madonna in Letnice. She was 12 years old. Number 4. In 1928, at 18 years old, then known as Agnes, Mother Teresa embarked on a journey to become a nun. She joined the Sisters of Loreto in Dublin, Ireland. It was here that she took up the name Teresa in honor of Saint Therese of Lisieux. Number 5. Mother Teresa, the Train and the Vision. In 1946, Mother Teresa, then based in Calcutta, went for a retreat in the Himalayas. While on the train, she said she heard Christ asking her to take on a new role. Go to the slums of Calcutta and help the poor and the sick. She was then a teacher. It was not an easy decision. She was bound by the oath of obedience and could not leave the convent without official permission. After 2 years of lobbying, her request was granted, and she stepped out of the convent adorning the famous blue and white sarai. She took a 6-month medical training to equip herself with basic skills. After a successful training, she headed to Calcutta's slums with a single mission to show love to the poor and the sick. Number 6. Mother Teresa founded the Order of the Missionaries of Charity. The year 1950 saw the birth of the Missionaries of Charity. This group was formed by Mother Teresa under the Catholic Church in a quest to spread the call for help and care for the less fortunate in the community. 15 years later, her good work reached Pope Paul V. He granted her group the Decree of Praise. This enabled the expansion of the mission globally. She started off with 13 members. Today, the mission has grown to over 4,000 members, 610 foundation, and thousands of volunteers worldwide. Number 7. Mother Teresa had brutal critics. Not everyone believed in Mother Teresa's cause. There were those that believed she was hiding behind helping the poor and the sick. One such critic was Christopher Hitchens, an English-American journalist and writer. He questioned Mother Teresa's efforts in advocating for the sick and poor as a means of enriching the mighty and powerful in society. He claimed that Mother Teresa was wrong in accepting alms and other forms of support from wealthy people who had questionable characters. Hitchens referred to Mother Teresa as a religious propagandist who found comfort in the pain of others. This was in reference to Mother Teresa's homes for the dying. He said that the home did not seek to provide medical relief. Instead, it was a cult of death and suffering. By the time he died, Hitchens had published over 30 books, among them The Missionary Position, Mother Teresa in Theory and Practice. Number 8. Mother Teresa's take on abortion and contraceptives was harsh. Mother Teresa, a staunch Catholic and humanitarian, was also a big supporter of some controversial doctrines by the Church. She opposed the use of contraceptives, endorsed a no vote for the Irish referendum on divorce and remarrying. She considered abortion to be the cause of a lack of peace in the world. Number 9. Mother Teresa was awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize. Mother Teresa was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 for work undertaken in the struggle to overcome poverty and distress, which also constitutes a threat to peace. The Norwegian Nobel Committee acknowledged her work as being one that respected human beings and valuing the innate values of such individuals. They commended her for lending a hand to the loneliest, the sick, and the poor by showing compassion. Number 10. Mother Teresa, just like many people, had moments when she doubted. In September 1979, she wrote a letter to her spiritual confidant, Reverend Michael Vander Peet, stating that she felt empty and could not see or hear from God. The letter read in part as for me, "The silence and the emptiness is so great that I look and do not see, listen and do not hear." In some of her letter addressed to him, she explained her struggles in trying to keep up with God's teachings and work, that she felt empty, filled with darkness, and that heaven meant nothing. At one point, she doubted the existence of God and His Son Jesus. Number 11. Mother Teresa was fluent in 5 different languages. These were Hindi, Bengali, Albanian, English, and even Serbian. While learning one language is hard enough, a great benefit of her speaking multiple languages was being able to communicate with people from all across the globe. Number 12. The traditional sari was first worn by Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa wore the traditional sari for the first time when she left the Sisters of Loreto. While it wasn't intentional, Mother Teresa's trademark white sari with blue stripes became a staple uniform for members of the Missionaries of Charity. When she departed from the Sisters of Loreto, Mother Teresa found her sari in Harrison Road on her way to Calcutta. Biswajit Sarkar, the pro bono lawyer of the Missionaries of Charity, ensured intellectual property rights regarding the sari. Number 13. Mother Teresa's net worth during the time of her life is unknown. The New York Times published that Mother Teresa's organization was, in fact, one of the richest in the world, and most of the money she had was actually stored in safety. Whether the Vatican received the money she left behind or not, however, is a different matter. Number 14. Mother Teresa did not force conversion of religion on anyone. Mother Teresa did not force anyone to convert to the Roman Catholic religion, despite being a devout follower. However, there are reports that resurfaced years after her death claiming malpractice and forced conversion. As it stands, in Mother Teresa's words, she had done none of that. Navin Chiwayu, her biographer, once asked if she had ever converted anyone. She replied, "Yes, I do convert. I convert you to be a better Hindu, a better Christian, a better Catholic, a better Muslim. When you have found God, it's up to you to do with Him what you want." Number 15. Mother Teresa's successor was Sister Maria Nirmala. Sister Nirmala became the head of the Missionaries of Charity after Mother Teresa's death, succeeding her as Superior General. It was also acknowledged that Sister Nirmala had malaria and subsequent fevers. She became head of the Missionaries of Charity months after Mother Teresa left this earth. She once explained that she had no intentions of filling the role of Mother Teresa. The successor believed that being herself wasn't too hard, but if she tried to become similar to Mother Teresa, she would have collapsed. Number 16. She was fluent in 5 languages. One interesting fact about Mother Teresa is that she spoke English, Hindi, Bengali, Albanian, and even Serbian proficiently. She was able to communicate with people from all over the world, which was a huge advantage since mastering just one language is challenging enough. Number 17. India gave her a state funeral. Mother Teresa was an important figure for the Indian government who helped many of their residents save their lives and further their education. As a result, they saw to it that she received a state funeral when she passed away. Politicians and presidents of state are typically the only people who receive the honor of a state funeral. One of the finest tributes the Indian government could pay to Mother Teresa was to hold a state funeral for her. Number 18. She built a small town for lepers. Mother Teresa founded Nirmal Hriday alongside the Missionaries of Charity. Nirmal Hriday was also known as the place for the pure of heart. It served as a sanctuary for people who wanted a peaceful and dignified death. In addition to Nirmal Hriday, she also created a small leper community. The settlement was given the name Shanti Nagar, commonly known as the Town of Peace. India's Asansol is close to Shanti Nagar. Lepers were allowed to live and work freely in Shanti Nagar. Even the land was given by the Indian government to Mother Teresa. Number 19. Some critics say that she wasn't all that good. If you've witnessed what Mother Teresa has accomplished for the needy, the terms Mother Teresa, bad, and critics are difficult to stomach. However, some critics assert that she was a vile person in reality. Christopher Hitchens was one of her major critics. He argued that it was wrong for Mother Teresa to take funding from questionable sources. Mother Teresa was a religious propagandist, in Hitchens' opinion, as well as a sadist who took pleasure in other people's pain. Number 20. She had a friendship with Princess Diana. Princess Diana was another philanthropist with whom Saint Teresa of Calcutta had a good relationship. Given that they had a lot of interests, their relationship wasn't initially that strange. The humanitarian work they both did helped many people, and they were both prominent people. The two would meet, talk in secret, and spend 30 to 40 minutes praying together. Princess Diana was praised by Mother Teresa for being a good mother and a wife. As Princess Diana passed away, the rosary was even placed in her hand. Mother Teresa lived to be 87, and she never saw her mother or sister again after the day she left for Ireland. In April 1996, she fell and broke her collarbone. She also had a series of other ailments that took a toll on her health. Mother Teresa passed away on September 5, 1997 due to heart failure. She was buried on 13 September 1997 at the Mother House of the Missionaries of Charity, Kolkata, India.